And so that's how I got an over 300% in my salary increase. Hey guys, it's me again. It's Fee. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is a YouTube channel that was set up for career professionals like you and I to learn the skills that we really need to land the jobs that we really want so we can live better and earn more. And if you're not new to this channel, welcome back. Yay! You keep me going. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be talking about my career trajectory since 2007 up to 2022. So over the last 15 years, what I've done, my salary increases, how I've been able to land those jobs, and maybe possibly I might share where I think I'm going. So make sure you stick around, like, comment, click that subscribe button, click that button now, and make sure you share with your fam, right? So guys, I cannot wait for you to see what's in this video. Stick around. So hey guys, let's talk about these career moves. So I started my career in 2007. At the time, all I needed was money. That's all I was looking for, right? And so at the time, I was living in London, UK. And my very first job, I got through a newspaper. So back then, I used to go on the metro. And you would basically get these job vacancies. I think it was every Tuesday or Thursday. If you're in London, hit me up and let me know what day it was. It was either Tuesday or Thursday, right? So I looked through the job vacancy section and then I saw this advert for a market research interviewer, and it just seemed very important. Seemed like a very good job, right? And at the time, I think it was $6.50 an hour. So I was like, yeah man, let's get this money. I'm rich. So it said to call a particular number, and I did. When I called the number, I went to voicemail, which I thought was really strange, but I left a voicemail either way. My first name is Amelia. So I said, hi, this is Amelia. I've seen the advert in the newspaper and I'd really like to apply for the job. I think I have the right skills. Please give me a ring back on 078-6255-3131. Thank you again, Amelia, waiting to hear back from you. And guess what? They called me back hours later and they said, you've got the job. And I said, oh no, there must be a mistake. I haven't interviewed for the job. And the woman was like, yeah, the voicemail was your interview.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Because the job you're going to be doing is over the phone. And so we set up that voicemail to see how people leave their voicemails, or to hear how they leave their voicemails, because that gives us a good flavor of their telephone manner and how good they'll be on the phones. And I was like, wow, okay. So I got the job, I started doing that, and within like a week or two, I knew that, man, this job is stress. Because you're calling people from 9 to 4:30 on the phone, you're calling businesses, you're trying to do surveys with them. And I was trying to make money, man. I was trying to buy a car. So what I would do is I would then stop my shift at 4:30 and join the evening shift, which is where you're calling consumers from 5 to 9. So I basically did all of that stuff, for quite a while in 2007, from July, and then in October, I found this job on Monster. If you're in London, I think in Australia, a couple of countries like the UK have Monster, including Australia as well, I think. I basically set up, frequent job alerts, and I saw this vacancy for a database administrator, and I applied for it. I went for one interview with the branch manager in London. It was in bank, and I had prepared for it, and I got the job. Easy peasy. 12k in the bag, 12k a year at the time. So I basically did that for a while, and then I went back to uni, and then after uni I needed to go into PR. So basically I started my first degree in psychology, and then I did a second in PR, which was my master's. And so I really wanted to transition into PR. So I was looking for internships, looking for jobs. I couldn't get a job. So I did various internships. All of them were unpaid. I was living the unpaid life. And then in 2012, precisely in November, 1st of November, I moved back to Lagos. So this is where the new and exciting part of my journey began. So I started off working for a marketing agency, a really small digital marketing agency, as an account exec for 6 months. I got a really small salary, and then my salary was doubled after the 6 months. And then after a further 4 months, when I completed my national youth service, which is a mandatory thing in Nigeria, then I got my salary doubled again. So I was very happy. Now, I knew I didn't want to work on the agency side. I knew I wanted that multinational life. Everything about it was just speaking to me, yeah? So I started applying for jobs. I kept getting no's, rejection after rejection.
No.
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 But one thing that I did was I shortlisted the sort of companies I wanted to work for. And two companies on my list. One was Diageo, which is Guinness, Nigeria. And the second was GSK. There were others like Coca-Cola, Nestle, you know. And those ones were on my list. And then one day, I decided to take my LinkedIn page seriously. I was like, yeah, I need to work on my LinkedIn profile. I was doing a lot of stuff, putting all my achievements at the small business on LinkedIn. So even though they were not paying me a lot, even though the job was really, really hard, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing stuff. I'm making an impact. So I was putting all that stuff on my LinkedIn page. I was optimizing. And one day, I got a message from one of my dream companies, Diageo, from I think it was a resourcing manager. That's what she was called at the time. She sent me a message telling me about the company and how they were wondering if I would consider a job there. And I'm like, oh, me? Consider? Girl, I am already there before you. And that's how the journey started with Diageo. They asked me to come in for an assessment. I couldn't make it the next day. And so she was like, oh, I'll keep you on our database and see if anything comes up. Eventually, this was all in May 2014. Eventually, in July, I got a message from them saying they had another role, which is digital manager role, which is more my speed. I applied for it. I sent my CV again. I was shortlisted for a whole day assessment. It was strenuous, 8 to 5. Went through that. I didn't hear from them for 2 months. 2 months. At which point I thought I had, gawked it. And then they called me and said, hey, you're through to the final stage, meet with the marketing director. And then I got that job. So I worked at Diageo for a while. It was really exciting stuff. Lots of nightlife, digital, e-com, And then I hosted a baby shower for a colleague at Diageo. And there was the marketing lead for GSK, another company on my hit list. And she's like, hey, I've got some vacancies. Just let me know if you're interested or if you know anybody. And so I took those vacancies and I was sending them out to friends. And then I read one of them and I was like, this is me. So I applied. When I say this is me, it meant I liked the job, but I don't think I had the right qualifications for the job. But I applied either way. And I went through, they asked me to they gave me a brief. I had to write a proposal, present it to the team, did an interview. Then I did a second stage interview with the MD, which is managing director, and the human resources director. I got the job. I worked there. Still, probably, it is definitely one of my best jobs to date. And then the LinkedIn people came again. So I went ahead, I applied, and I got that. But what I really just wanted to highlight is that when I started working within multinationals, every year there was a typical increase of between 8 and 15%. But between changing jobs, my first change had a 20% increase. And then my second change had a 59%. And then the next change was just 28%, right? So I think that the changes really helped me to move up really quickly, just in terms of my earning power compared to people that have stayed in the same companies over time, right? So guys, that's where I am. I think my advice for everybody is to take LinkedIn seriously. I've worked at 4 multinationals. 3 of them I got through LinkedIn. Of the 3, 2 I was headhunted for, 1 I applied for. It just goes to show the power, right? And I've got many other offers over the years that I haven't, followed through with. Most of them, over 90% of my job opportunities have been through LinkedIn, guys. So take that seriously, work on your personal brand. And even when you're working at small businesses, just focus, do things, create magic so you can actually boast about it on LinkedIn. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your fam and folk. Can't wait to see you next time. Peace.